Example question number 7. Here, they just want you to simplify the fraction. This one is a little bit of a combination of multiple rules that we've learned. Remember, you have a negative exponent, so we're going to have to get rid of that. And this is also in the format of a power rule. So since we have a combination, real quick, you probably already saw this in the other video, but the first step is you want to make sure every item has an exponent written in. That means even constants. And then what we're going to do after we do that, we're going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses. So notice that these two guys do not have any exponents. So we can slip in a 1. Oop, oop. And then to get rid of this set of parentheses, we can take this outside exponent and distribute to all inside exponents, never to the base. This can only be distributed to other exponents or if there was a negative sign. When you distribute to a negative sign, if this is an even number, the negative will disappear. If this is an odd number, then the negative will stay in your final answer. Here, we don't have to worry about that. We just have to distribute to the exponents. So keep the same base. Remember, never distribute to the base. I do not want to see a negative 8 here. You only distribute to the exponent. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. And then keep the 5. And then 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. Okay? Boom. After we got through the first 2 steps, the third step says remove all negative exponents. Make sure the problem is written as a fraction. Ours is. We're going to circle any negative exponents. Then we're going to switch the position. Remember, if you found on top, but it was circled, you have to move that base down to the bottom, and vice versa. And then when you rewrite the exponent, make sure you remove the negative from it. So we do have 2 negative exponents. We have one here, and we have one here. Like I said, the problem's already written as a fraction bar. So this is found on top, but it was circled, so we're going to have to move it to the bottom. Once you move the base to the bottom, this comes to the opposite. Instead of negative 4, it becomes positive 4. So you get to lose the negative. And this, was at the bottom, but because it has a circled exponent, you need to switch the position, which means it comes to the top. Once it comes to the top, you can get rid of the negative. 2 more steps to look at. Step 4, product and quotient rule. Product and quotient rule says that you have to ask these 2 questions, but it has to deal with like bases. So do we have like bases? No, we have a 5 and a 2. They're not the same. If this was a 5 and this was a 5, then we would have to ask the 2 questions. So then, what's our final step? Step 5. Simplify and reduce. Okay, do we have any coefficients or constants that we can simplify? Yes, because you know what 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is. Remember? Put it in your calculator if you have to. 625. And then 2 to the 4th, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. And then this is our final answer. I know this cannot reduce any further because if I did a tree diagram, I would actually just get 5, 5, 5, 5. And if I did a tree diagram for this to see how it came to be 16, it would be 2, 2, 2, 2. So all 5s and all 2s, I know it can't reduce. Leave it like this. Don't put it as a mixed number. Don't put it as a decimal. Leave it as 625 over 16.